Today we're talking luxury homeware and tableware. My guest today has had a career working for Burberry, Asprey's, De Beers, but after all of that, she decided to go it alone and start her own business, selling the products that she's passionate about. She's been doing that for 5 years, but like so many in this space, her big challenge is how do I get these products that I love out to market? How do I get them in front of more of my target customers? She's doing a little bit of PR and she's on the pod to discuss what else could and should she be doing. It's gonna be a great conversation. Let's get into it. Welcome to Grow with Evergreen, the podcast designed to help you grow your business by providing practical insights into all things paid media, creative and digital strategy. Every episode, we help home, garden and lifestyle brands with their growth challenges by delving into their business, dissecting what they're doing and defining a digital growth strategy they can take and deploy into their business. Let's get into it. Right, welcome back, beautiful people. I hope you're all doing well. Going to be an interesting one today, and I think I can already tell from the pre-chat that this is going to be a conversation that goes in a very different direction to what we normally discuss.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hint. I'm just gonna leave that little thing there. How are you? You well?
Yeah,
Darren?
very good. I'm in the midst of massive amounts of paper and writing.
He is behind the screen. You've got a huge amount of paper there. What are you working on?
Well, I mean, you can show that one to the camera.
Oh, okay. What is this? What is this? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to make out what that says.
It says, how do I make an ad?
How do I make an ad? So, as if you don't know. So, but what we're working on, what we are doing, oh my goodness, look at this, the props. I have props everywhere. But yes, this is Darren's musings of how he crafts.
You say musings, I would say scribblings of a madman.
Well, but all of the above. So this, what we've got here, ladies and gentlemen, is where the magic happens. So all of these amazing papers, we are working on a 2025 updated version.
Yes, we are.
Of our Evergreen ad. Now, we'll have to make sure, Archie, in the edit, make sure you include the link to our main,
absolutely.
to our 2024 version.
It's also the trailer for our YouTube channel, so...
It is. So yeah, you've only got to go on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Go to youtube.com/
At the Evergreen Agency.
The Evergreen Agency, and you find it. There you go. But that is our ad. So we created an ad. To give a bit of background, we created an ad last year as a little bit of creative freedom. We sort of wanted to just see what could we do, and we hatched this idea, and we then travelled around the country. And
we went everywhere. We went
everywhere.
To the highest point, the highest building in the UK.
We did.
Which was the Shard.
We did all sorts. So we travelled all over the place. I ended up on my skates. We visited numerous clients.
We did.
You
were in a hot tub?
I was in a hot tub. We went everywhere. So we created this ad, and it went down really well.
It did.
It was viewed, I don't know, like a lot of times.
Yeah.
So, hundreds of thousands, actually. I think we got close to 1 million views on our ad over about the next 3 months,
insane.
Which is, I mean, we paid to do a lot of that. We put a few quid behind it.
But there's still real views.
But real people in the UK, but they were, we put it out on all your socials, and then we put it on LinkedIn and YouTube and whatnot, and then but what it did is it got some great brand exposure, and it was just a good fun. It was a real showcase of our creativity, wasn't it?
Yeah, and how we like having fun as people anyway, and how we work. Yeah, you're going to need to pass me that stuff back because I'm not actually finished.
I'm going to keep all this.
No, I can't finish my ad without it.
But yes, so what we're doing, what these papers here is all of the we're working on a new version, aren't we? And what did we say yesterday when we were talking about it's an evolution, not
evolution, not revolution.
That's the boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we want to take what the sentiment, really, the sort of the crux of what we did last year, but actually just make it even better. Just have fun with it, take it further. And we've got some wild ideas, haven't we? In terms of, I said to myself, we've got to make sure that what we do, we go to even more exaggerated lengths.
Yeah. And the thing is, when we did this one last year, we didn't have Archie. And Archie is the man of many talents.
He really is. Yeah.
And the man who knows...
He knows a lot of people.
He knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so he is sort of helping us be the catalyst to this.
For a setup for a couple of the scenes, which we couldn't do without Archie.
No.
And then we are going to put some miles in to go and capture some sort of iconic scenes and do a few. And same as what we did last year. What I think is mad, and I love it. And we did it recently. Actually, in fact, at the time of recording this, it hasn't yet. Has the construction piece gone out yet?
It's going out. It
When
went
is that
out.
going
I think
out?
it went out yesterday.
Did it? Hold on, I've got to find
Hold on, yeah, we've
because
got to
that
check this out,
that
yeah.
is another great
No,
example.
it didn't. It's
not
going
gone
out
yes.
next week.
Is it going? Okay, so
But
by
the time this goes out, it will have been out. Yeah,
but
yeah.
So next week, at the time of recording, we've got a. Is that an uncut? It's an uncut, isn't it? Yeah. So one of the next uncuts. What's it going to be called? That one. Do we know? But it's going to be an uncut. And anyway, you'll know it if you watch our content, because we're all wearing hard hats and high vises, and we basically. But it just shows the effort we go into to create some of these things. We got the whole team involved, and we turned the office into basically a construction site. We're wearing hard hats. We're doing this whole thing, and we did it all for a 5-second bit of footage that just shows that all of our campaigns are under construction.
Yeah.
And that is only going to be seen by those that go onto our website, those sort of people that prospects that are on our website, want to see our case studies. I mean, you could actually go and see it for yourself. So if you're thinking what they're talking about, go onto our website. On the top right, you've got the menu. Click into Evergreen Stories.
Yeah, technically they can.
Yeah, because they're on Evergreen Stories now, so you could see it. So you can go into Evergreen Stories, and there's a whole bunch of case studies on there. And we think of our client work as stories. We think of them, they're case studies, but they're stories. They're always evolving. They're always growing. They're always, we're always building their businesses. And so we hatched this idea for this we said, well, what we need to do for the clients where we are working on them, we need something to illustrate that it's under construction. It's always evolving. It's always under construction. And so we hatched this little idea, and we ended up spending a whole afternoon to capture 5 seconds worth of footage.
And the video, the uncut, is called "Why Did We Do All This for Just 5 Seconds?"
There you go. But because we're mad and we love it and we're creative, and and it's great. So you go onto our case study, scroll down, and you'll see the evergreen story for every story, every case study. It's good fun. But so we did that, and then the ad is. I mean, how long did the ad take us last year? In terms of
a week.
It was about a week's worth.
It was a week because it was like one of the only consistently sunny weeks of the year.
It was absolutely because I remember it was the hottest day of the year, and you had me wearing like jumpers and hoodies and hats and everything.
Jeans.
I had to look like a skater dude from one scene. So you had me, and I was absolutely cooking. So I think it was like 30 odd degrees.
Worth it.
It was worth it. But so we did about a week, and I think this ad is going to probably take us about the same, isn't it?
I would say so.
For how long? How long will the ad run for?
It can't be more than a minute.
Mad. Love it. There you go. Amazing. So that's what we've been up to, and that's what we're going to be up to. We were planning it yesterday, sort of. You were storyboarding it.
I've got sort of the storyboard. I just need to do the script now.
And then, so stay tuned for that. And that's probably going to come out
I'd say May, June.
I think it's going to be a May, June thing. So it's going to take some work, but it's great. And it just showcased, I mean, the amount of, we're doing amazing stuff for our clients with all the brand films and all of the creative we're doing for them. But you got to have a little bit for yourself. You've got to do it because you kind of got to, you talk the talk, you've got to walk the walk. And I think showcasing that and we put the effort in, we do this, we do that. And we're going to feature a bunch of our clients in it like we did before. We're going to,
in a nice subtle way.
We're also, this ad is going to get more of the team in it.
Yeah.
Because last year it was basically just me.
It's basically just you.
But this time you're going to be in it. Our hat's going to be in it.
Nice.
Lou and Matt are going to, so we're going to get a whole bunch of people in it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. So stay tuned for that in a couple of months. Right. Anyway. So our guest today is Nina D.
Yeah.
Who is lovely. We spoke to her before she came on. She's really lovely. She's got a great story of how she started this business and has had a career working for some luxury brands. As I said at the top, Burberry, De Beers. Like, these are lovely, lovely businesses and brands. And she was doing sort of VM, so virtual merchandise, visual merchandising, get my words out. And then she's got a real passion for the products that she now designs and works with to bring to market. And she said it 2 or 3 times in the pre-chat. It's about bringing people together around the table. Yes. And I think that I get the sense that
putting the tech away.
Yeah, just getting everyone around the table and spending quality time as a family. I think get the impression that's really important. And amen to that.
Yeah.
So every parent in the land will be able to relate to that. Get your kids, put the iPad down. It's a bit of that. And so she's run this business for a few years. But do you want to just give us a sort of top down in terms of where she's at?
She is doing this all on her own at the moment. She does not have any other team members. And of course, we always ask for 3 marketing challenges. And first marketing challenge, competition on Google, and specifically
Okay.
visibility.
Yep.
And again, I think that's one a lot of people can relate to.
Definitely.
Second marketing challenge, reaching B2B for commissions and bespoke orders. Which, I think that's an interesting one.
That is, yes. I've made some notes. Yep.
Third marketing challenge, pitching and finding the leads for companies. Again, B2B, sort of, it's sort of challenge 2.5.
Yeah, it is.
But obviously it's something where she really wants to go into that sector.
Yep.
What marketing platforms is she currently using? Pressloft, MailChimp for newsletter, social media platforms.
Yeah.
But she's not currently doing any ads, is she?
No, not really. I don't think spend anything on marketing really.
No.
A couple of quid on like a Pressloft subscription, which is like PR-y type stuff, but not really doing any sort of marketing. Because I think it's just her running this business right now, and she's very much just. I think it's that class. I get the impression it's that classic case of love product, love what you do, but it's a bit from a marketing perspective. How do I get in front of everyone? How do I get it out to market? And I think it's interesting because she said, carry on with the sort of the questions, and I'll.
So we always ask where they want the business to be in a year.
Yeah.
She said a minimum of double the monthly revenue. As a minimum, and then we always ask what they want it to look like when it's finished. And she's given us a bit of I don't want to say a bit of an essay, but a couple of sentences here. A renowned lifestyle homeware brand, inspirational with unique high-quality products, personal designs, educational in well-being and mental health, centered around setting the table for mealtimes with your loved ones. I feel like I'm doing an ad read here. Expand your tableware into garden and plants. Scandinavian food and drink, sharing my personal family upbringing and traditions from Sweden, composed into a book. That's some
Look at that.
Good ambition.
There you go. That is. I love it. And then questions?
Yeah. So we always get them to send in 3 questions to ask you. First one, the customer journey from landing on my homepage to ordering products, key points to learn for successful results. Second one, standing out on Google. So again, similar to her first marketing challenge there.
Yep.
And then the third one, is paid media the only way forward?
No, definitely not. No, it's absolutely not.
But that's what we sell, Aaron.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Edit that bit out. Yes, it's the only option. It's definitely the only option. No, it's not. It's definitely not. But no, so, okay, amazing. So, look, I think, I sort of said it at the top, but this is, I don't paid media's not right. She's not ready for it. She's so not ready for it. And I don't think it's right. She mentioned B2B. So I've definitely got some ideas on terms of what I think she should do with this. And it's going to be quite different because I don't think we've spoken too much about what I'm going to recommend she does.
Interesting.
On the pod.
I wonder if there's anyone listening who might have the same issues.
So. But yeah, well, look, I think let's get her on.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do my best not to forget about the paid media mystery, which I always do. But yes, Nina, are you there?
I'm here.
There she is. Amazing.
Loved your intro. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, bless you. Well, look, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on. It's going to be good fun. And as I say, I want to arm you with some little golden nuggets that you can take away and then deploy them into the business. So let's aim to do that over the next sort of half hour or so. To kick us off, do you want to just give us a 30 seconds, your business, just a bit of story behind it? Go for it.
Sure. So I'm Nina and I grew up in Stockholm. I was born in 1974. So
That was a good year.
I totally grew up with ABBA, of course,
Of course.
But I moved over to London 28 years ago to study at Wimbledon School of Art. So I studied theatre design, set and costume design, always very creative, very supportive parents who said, art, design, go for it. So I think I'm very lucky in that sense. Had a fantastic career in London working within luxury retail. And then just hopping on a little bit more, freelanced, and then started my homeware business, Nina D, 5 years ago, just before the pandemic hit everybody. But the inspiration is completely from my parents. The important factor of setting the table for meal times, coming together with your loved ones. Of course, when I grew up, no tech, no iPads, but that's what I do today with my son. We just put all of that aside, and we put placemats down and enjoy that time together. So my tableware, all my designs are completely hand illustrated, and each design is inspired by a place or a person close to my heart, back from Sweden.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And you started this, the business 5 years ago?
Yes,
This was a
this month,
COVID
just before the
start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 years.
There you go. Yeah, can you believe? I think I said that
It's
before.
incredible.
COVID was 5 years ago.
That's
Exactly. I get, like Facebook comes up with the memories, and it's like 5 years ago. And I put a post up of 5 years ago. I put a post on Facebook of Henry, my little one, who was 2 at the time.
Oh, wow.
And he stood in front of the TV. This was right when like Boris had just come out and been like, everyone stay in your homes.
Yeah.
And this was, and I had Henry was just stood in front of the TV watching Sunny Bunnies, which is like a thing for like babies watch. And it's like these little colourful blobs of like characters. Everyone with parents, little ones, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it's called Sunny Bunnies. And it's this little thing. And he's just stood in front of the TV, and they're just like blobs that just like dance and sing. There's no voices. It's just like, it's just very annoying. You can't get it out of your head as a parent. But he's just there, and he's like 2 years old, and he's just bouncing up and down on the spot doing it. And I put a post up, and I was just like, in this world of chaos right now, let's all take a leaf out of Henry's book, because he has not a care in the world, and he's just bouncing on the spot for like 20 minutes. So I was like, no, we could all take a leaf out of that book. Yeah. Anyway, but yes, no. So this was a COVID start, right?
Yeah. So I launched, and then of course the whole thing happened. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to carry on. And what took me through COVID and pandemic was online business, and each order is beautifully gift wrapped. So people started to buy my tableware as gifts for family and friends and loved ones, because no one can meet up, no one could hand over their Christmas presents, and that really took me through that time.
Yeah, no, it's mad when you think back about that, isn't it? That we couldn't meet up, you couldn't hug your family, you couldn't.
No.
It's like when you talk about that and you refer back to it, doesn't it just feel like you kind of go, did that happen?
I always said when it was happening, I said this is a time that people will study in school.
It was such a surreal, thing. I mean, forget the politics of should it, shouldn't it, and all of that. But if you just think of what we actually all went through.
Yeah.
What a surreal thing.
It's a once in a lifetime event.
Yeah, not even that. But
let's hope so anyway.
Well, yeah. But do you know what I mean? It is when you think back and you go, you couldn't meet up, you couldn't, hug your family, you couldn't see.
Yeah.
It is wild, isn't it? We went through that. And everyone we're kind of like, through it. And it's like, it was years ago. But when you look back, you go and go, whoa. Anyway, it is surreal. So, okay, well, look, we're going to get into this, and I've absolutely got some ideas of what I do if this is my business and how I think you should grow and so on. But before we do that, I have remembered for once in a blue moon. I have remembered. But it's that time, that favourite time of the pod. Go for it. Come on, let's do it.
Oh, that's right. It's time for another paid medium mystery.
Yes.
And today, Nina, I'll do a quick explanation for you, as you've not seen this before. So I will give a question to you and Aaron and the viewers and listeners at home. It's a multiple choice, and it's themed around your sector. So hopefully you'll have a little bit of insight there. So I've given you all the advantages that you can possibly have. And don't worry if you don't get it right, because Aaron frequently doesn't get them right either.
He does. I'm on a losing streak.
So the question today is, what is the average order value for a homeware and tableware brand like Nina D in the UK? And the answers you can choose from are A, £60, B, £100, C, £150, or D, £200. So again, that's what is the average order value, the AOV, for a brand like Nina D.
60, what was it? 60?
60, 100, 150, or 200.
The average order value.
And of course, my source for this is UK Luxury Retail Reports. Okay. So if you disagree, you can take it up with them.
So the average order value, 60, 100,
150, or 200.
I mean, that's quite a tough one because it's so diverse.
Yeah.
These it's quite a.
Wow.
I'm just moaning now. I'm pre-premising that when I get this wrong, I kind of can go, well, it was a tough one because it was so broad.
It is tough because, to be fair, luxury is quite a vague term.
What is the category? Is it just...
It's luxury or premium homeware and tableware brands.
Blimey.
Yeah.
The average order value.
And you are right, because luxury or premium is quite vague.
It is incredibly...
And there's a huge...
my instinct, when you said it... Nina, what are you thinking?
I already got one. I know.
Go on. Go. She knows.
Well,
go on then.
Well,
go for it.
No, don't take it as a...
You've committed now, Nina. Come on. Don't try and backtrack.
So I can't wait to hear your answers.
Come on, I'm going to push you first. What are you
am
saying?
I going first?
Yeah, you've got to go first. Come on.
Okay, so average C, 150.
Oh, okay. So, interesting. Oh, right.
Nina's locked in. What's your answer?
Yeah, that's your final answer, Nina.
Yeah.
I was going to, because I was when you said it originally, I was immediately thinking 60, because I was just thinking average, and I was just thinking that is like, because it's, but then if it's the luxury and it's the premium, I'm going to go B. I'm going to go 100. I'm going to go slap bang in the middle.
Cool.
Okay.
So the correct answer is C, 150.
I guess you got it wrong. Nina, well done.
Fabulous.
Unbelievable.
Oh, well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well done, you. Yeah. There you go. That's how many times have I got it wrong and the guest got it right now? Unbelievable.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
It's very good. I love it. Well done.
And you didn't have to ask the audience or anything.
No.
Should have done 50-50.
Maybe should have phoned a friend.
Yeah, phone Nina.
Call a friend. I'm your new friend.
Well done, you. That is amazing. 150. There you go. Average order value. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
We know what we need to hit.
If you look at tray, coasters, some table linen, or placemats, you'll be averaging around that.
There you go. Oh, interesting. Right, amazing. I love it. Well done. That's fantastic. That was a good one. Well done. Right, so let's get into this business and work out what you can do. So, you said from a marketing perspective. So, and anyone watching, you want to check out, you want to see the products, and if you need some new tableware, then do check it out. It's Nina. So Nina -D. So D for Delta, d.co.uk. So nina-d.co.uk. Check out the stuff. There's some beautiful stuff on here. And Nina, what I love is the fact that you've put yourself on the website. Well done, you. Because not everyone does that, and I love that. And it just instantly makes it relatable, personable. This is me. This is what I'm about. Obviously, you do it because you've self-named the brand. But the fact that you're not hiding behind the product, you're there with the product straight away. Love that.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely crucial because I'm so passionate in what I'm doing. I'm creative. I produce the art completely by hand, no computer work. But I'm also telling a story, and it really is telling a story from my family upbringing and gatherings and how my grandmother used to set the table and all these amazing memories that shaped it in, and I want to share that. So I think you need to see me, you need to hear me, you need to meet me, basically.
I completely agree. I completely agree, and I think that is so important that you are the face of it. Being the face of your brand, telling your story is absolutely key. So but on that, I think there's a few tweaks we could do to this website, and in terms of to make it to better convey that story. Because where would you say on the website, where do you tell that story on the website right now?
So I would say you have a bit of an intro on the homepage, and then there's the about page. So I assume if everyone's curious about when you go onto a brand, a business, you want to go about. I want to find out more about this person. So it would be on that
Because
page.
you've got the about page, but I think for me again
Yeah.
it's just, but what I would think, because you've got such a story there and the passion for your story, everyone has an about page. Not
Yeah.
everyone has like a my story type page.
Yeah,
So thinking about it as
I
a
like that.
story and building it out and telling more, because the about page is good. It kind of does what you'd expect an about page to do. There's a few images, it looks nice, but I think building that out, really telling the story,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
and turning it into this is my story. This is how it came to be. This is a bit of the history of the brand and all of that, I think would really resonate. I think it would probably
Great.
outperform a single about page. Before we go any further, are you enjoying today's episode? If so, you'll love our other show, Tea Talks. They're short, informal chats where the Evergreen experts and I share actionable nuggets on all things paid media, creative, and digital strategy that we use daily when growing our clients' businesses. And best of all, much like this podcast, it's completely free. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, see the link in the description. Now, let's get back to it. I also think the blog, you've got some really good stuff on the blog, but I think you're missing a trick because you've buried it in the footer. It's not in the main menu, is it?
Yeah. Okay, so, move that one up.
I think you move that into the main menu because it's, and whether you keep it called blog or you call it something that just sounds a little bit more premium, a little bit more like what is the purpose of the blog? It's, you want to educate, you want to inspire, you want to bring people in on your journey, tell your story. So does blog convey that? I don't know if it not really.
No, I think that's an excellent question, because you are questioning the word blog. It's just so used.
It's just a bit generic. Everyone has a blog.
Yeah.
It's so I don't know what the answer is, but I think giving some thought to what that is and what it could be and what encompasses something, and then putting it in the main navigation, and then maybe changing the about into be like, this is my story, and this is how it's about giving that warm hug as a website. You want to come in, people want to buy the products, but before they're going to buy the products, not everyone, but some people are going to go, well, who am I buying from? What's this? And people will buy more and return if they really feel an affinity and a connection to you, the artist, the designer.
And it's so much connecting emotionally, because my brand and my inspiration is so personal, and it's about connecting with me as the artist and the designer, the creative person.
Exactly that. And so there's a couple of just quick things I think you could have a think about and do. But I then think the play for you, because you asked and you said you're doing a little bit of like press loft, so a bit of PR stuff and this, that, and the other, which is all good. I would keep doing that. But then you asked, and your application sort of mentioned a couple of times Google Ads, paid media, and even in the pre-chat you were sort of asking me, from a Google Ads, where do I start? How do I do this? Is it the right thing to do? And so on.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think Google Ads is right for you at this stage. I really don't. What I think you should be doing, and my advice to you would be, this is a LinkedIn play for me. This, you need to be all over LinkedIn. I mean, Darren in the pre-chat identified
to fix that link then.
the link that was broken to your LinkedIn. But this is so, it's about you, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned in your application, and a big part of how you are going to sell these is B2B. So it's if you can get into other stockists, other retailers, if you can sell through third parties, like you said, you're doing, was it a bit of Etsy or something you were on?
Yeah, everything started on Etsy,
right?
So many I've sort of given up on them, and they charge so much. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep it, because I do get a lot of traffic over from Etsy, lots of inquiries, and I actually had an incredible wholesale order from US who found me on Etsy and then came over, ordered directly. It absolutely superb. So
I would keep doing
never
that.
Underestimate that.
No, I would. These platforms are good, but I just think for you, it's going to be very. But the reason I'm saying don't think Google Ads is right for you is it's going to be very competitive. It's going to be so competitive, and you're going to have. It can work, of course, it can work, but it will work with economies of scale, and you would have to invest a lot into getting enough visibility that it would just be a very hard sale. It would be very hard to do until you're big. When you're, more established, you're a lot further along. Then Google Ads becomes another string to the bow. Absolutely can work, can be very, very powerful. But you need some traction. You need to get going. So for me, because this would be a LinkedIn play for me in terms of use your personal connections, your experience, your past career, all your connections you've got working at Burberry and Asprey and all of the other places. And, though you're going to have such an amazing black book of contacts that I would be leveraging that. So I don't know is LinkedIn a platform you use? Do you invest in it?
I do use LinkedIn, and I've probably over the past year, I've sort of spent a bit more time on it. Instagram is always been my kind of number one because, as it was some time ago, very visual. Of course, so many changes. Creatives and artists are so frustrated with Instagram.
Sure.
But I think don't put all your eggs in one basket.
No, I think Instagram 100% for the product. Absolutely. Because it is a visual product. You can set the scene. You've got some lovely imagery on the website. Like Instagram absolutely is going to be great for that. And I think, and I'm just going to come on to the meta side for retargeting with Instagram. Beautiful, because that's going to enable your brand to stay top of mind. You can do that really for pennies in terms of the investment you've got to make to keep your brand top of mind to those that have been on your website, that are on your email list, all of that's going to cost you pennies to keep your brand top of mind. And then when you build that audience, you can then use that to relearn and to add more. I say to Meta, go and find me more people that are like these people. So that is absolutely that, but that puts the product front and center. But then for you,
really interesting.
Thinking about the B2B side and thinking about you as the designer, you need to make the connections. I would be using LinkedIn to basically connect with all the buyers, all of the influential people in the sector that work at the brands, the places where you'd love to see your product, the people that you'd love to stock your product. I would be using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. The best 70 quid you could spend a month would be on LinkedIn Sales Nav, which is the premium version of LinkedIn, because then you can use Sales Navigator in LinkedIn to search with all the features and all of the bells and whistles to find the key people, at these retailers, at the places that you'd love to stock your thing. And then I would be making sure that your LinkedIn profile is all singing, all dancing. I would be making a point to engage and connect with and, build rapport with all of those key people in your space, in your sector. It's exactly what we do. We work only with home garden lifestyle brands.
Yeah.
All I see in my feed and everyone I'm connected with is in this space in one sense or another. And I'm commenting on their stuff and they're commenting on my stuff. And it just, I'm part of that scene within our sector, within our space. And you need to do the same, because then you build your personal authority and expertise. You become synonymous with the brand and the products you run. And then people will get to know you and build know, like, and trust with you as a designer, as an artist, as someone who runs an independent brand. And then, of course, they can go to Instagram, they go to the website to then see, and here's all the amazing products.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm just going to come back to an earlier point. You're talking about changing the name of the blog.
Yeah.
So I've just been doing a little bit of research.
Yeah. Okay.
There are little things you can do. Like, for example, obviously it's a very creative thing. So you could always call it something like studio notes or something like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But I think what's also really interesting is because you have genuine Scandinavian roots.
Yes.
So many people do Scandi who aren't Scandi.
I know.
So why not really lean into that? And you could even call it something like Scandi Scribbles or Scandi Stories, something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it really leans into the fact that you have a genuine connection to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's that story building.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. There you go. See, chips in with the gold. Every day just drops a little bit of gold there. But I love that. I think it's So I think, there's some beautiful things there. But I think I would be looking at this as I'd be using LinkedIn to go, I need to connect with everyone in the space and all of the key people. Use Sales Never to find those people, connect with them, engage with them. Because once you're connected to them, I would then be working out how I could get my products in front of these people. Because if you could connect with, the stockists and the buyers and all of the key people that could, if they could take your product and put it into a certain store or a certain, placement, that could be amazing for your brand. And I know so many brands that have done exactly this. I would be, once you're connected to them, you can, be messaging them, you can exchange messages. You can then say, hey, could I send you some samples? Could I send you some products? All of that stuff, you're then going to get in front of them. Do that with consistency. That's going to open doors because they're going to see you.
I think that's brilliant.
And then you're going to be sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, because I think a lot of people, perhaps in my shoes, it's very difficult to pitch from outside to a business and just how to get to that right person and LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, so mostly Instagram. I got Facebook because you have a totally different audience on Facebook,
of course.
But LinkedIn, I'm sort of working it. So I'm dipping in with my stories and my products, snippets, but what I think I need to do a bit of a spring clean on LinkedIn, and it's sort of just looking at who am I following and who am I engaging with on LinkedIn? How can I improve it?
That is exactly what you need to do, Nina. But you do, because, and I'll tell you what you need to. It's a spring clean. Look at your profile as if you are new to it. You've never looked at your profile before. Look at it as if you're a LinkedIn, someone else on LinkedIn. Review. Does it convey, Nina D, who you are, what you do, what you're passionate about, your products? Does it tell your story, right? And if it doesn't, you need to go and work on that, because that is because all of the people that you're going to want to, like from a B2B perspective, that you're going to want to connect with, and that you're going to want to, that could have a huge impact on your business. Guarantee that most of them are going to be on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and they are the decision makers.
Exactly,
that's where they are.
And this, and Nina, it's even for this. So anyone that
I'm so excited.
Anyone that good, but anyone that hasn't been. But this is the point, because it's about telling your story, and you're so you've got such a lovely personality, and like we've had we're having a great chat today. But so even from our chat today, instantly we feel like we know one another, we're building that rapport, and it will be the same for you with all of those key decisions, and it will take it from being just another brand that sells these products and it's another pitch to actually I'm connected with Nina, I know Nina. I saw her thing, I saw her talking about this, I've seen some of her products, I know how the business came to be, I know just how passionate she is, and she talks about her young lad, and this, all of that stuff, it humanizes you. And you can do that.
I think also, being professional, and once you meet with me and talk with me about, what I do and what I can produce, and whether it's a corporate bespoke order or for events, the gifting service for clients, and the opportunities are endless. But I think also, because of my background in luxury retail, it's you receive a brief, you have a timeline, you perform to that timeline, and you execute it outstandingly. So the customer service is right on top.
Yeah. And what you've got to do is you just need to, it's about humanizing your brand, because you're doing it already, but I would use LinkedIn to really do it, to tell your story, your posts that you're writing, share those posts, share the context behind them, the reason why you do this stuff, take photos, bring people behind the scene as you're doing the designs, as you're planning, as you're sketching things out, like that. It will work so well on Instagram, but it will be so powerful on LinkedIn. And the more you start engaging, what you see on LinkedIn's a really interesting one, because when you start connecting with people that are in your space, and the more you then connect with them, you engage with them and stuff like that, they will see more of your stuff, and your feed will then start to be flooded with more and more of that stuff. And so the litmus test that you can do after this pod today is go onto your LinkedIn, scroll through your feed for like 5 minutes. How much of the posts that you're seeing from others are really, really relevant from the people that you think, these are the people that I need to be, these are my people. I need to be with these people. And the content.
Where is my tribe?
Where is your tribe? And the content that they're talking about is super relevant. And as I would suspect is the case, you look through and you might see the odd one. You think, oh, that's a bit of me. That's relevant. But if there's lots that's not relevant, and you think this is not really ticking my boxes. This is not my tribe. Then what you need to do is have that spring clean, and you need to finesse your connections and who you're engaging with, who you're commenting, who you're liking, who you're building rapport with and messaging. That will flow through into what you're seeing in your feed. And it then just becomes a bit of a domino effect. And you then start to see. So now, if I go on my feed, all I see is home and garden brands talking about what they're doing and this and that. That's all my feed is littered with. And I love it because that's my world. That's what I'm immersed in. And you become part of the tribe. You become part of the clique, the family. And that's what you need, because so many people will get to know you. And then from that, they'll get to see, they'll start following you on Instagram, and it just builds from there. And it will open doors, particularly if you're then consistently telling that story. You need to do it for, you do that consistently for a year, and it will open so many doors for this business.
Amazing. I love it. Dust off the cobwebs, set the table again,
Yeah, exactly. But it's exactly that. And then, as you say, and don't be shy when you connect with people. Don't be shy about sending them messages, and saying, hey, lovely, great to connect. This is, not sales pitch, but you can send people messages and offer to send them, oh, could you let me know, as if you guys are ever next looking for new suppliers or new brands, because I'd love to share some of my stuff. Ask for permission. If you ask for permission, to do that sort of stuff, people will go, oh yeah, we're not looking right now, or oh actually yeah we are, if you send to this email, or it's just going to give you an in, and you'll be amazed how receptive people will be if you ask for permission, if you use a bit of flattery. Oh, I love your brand, I love your products, etc. Oh, I also do these things, stuff like that. People will lap it up.
But I think also because I'm such a genuine person, and I think often when you connect with someone and your inbox is just pinged, a sales PDF or something, and you think, is that all you're after to connect with me?
Exactly that.
But I'm so much more than that. So I put so much effort, and I genuinely enjoy communicating, connecting with people, comment on other posts. But I hear completely. I need to.
How much are you doing? But how much time are you doing that stuff?
I'm on. Instagram is daily, and LinkedIn I would say probably every other day or so.
Okay.
But very. I have people around who say, "Oh, you're flowing on social media, you're always on," because I think I actually enjoy it. I can hear lots of people saying it's a chore, I don't know what to post, things like that. But I actually do enjoy it. And I think if you relax a little bit and
it's exactly
go with the flow.
You just need to humanize yourself, and it doesn't need to be. LinkedIn these days is not about being all corporate, and it's about showcasing your personality. It's about saying, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I love, and finding your tribe, on LinkedIn.
And I think having guts to do that. So you have the guts to let go a little bit, and not worry so much, but actually show your true passion and what you're about, and
bring people behind the scenes. Let your guard down a little bit on LinkedIn, right? Let your guard down. Let people know the real Nina, and who you are and what you do, and this, and show the process you go through and how you design products. And when new products arrive and you get new samples, and you're like, oh, I'm really excited. Share that stuff. It's so good, for LinkedIn. And it doesn't have to be reserved just for an Instagram. Like, Instagram's amazing.
No, exactly.
LinkedIn, because if you're connecting with, but what you need to make sure you're doing is doing that stuff, but you're connecting with the right people, and that your profile is really conveying what you do and who you do it for. Because then anyone seeing that, people will naturally gravitate towards you. And it would just work. So I would be doing that.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
And then I would be, when you identify the right people, I would then be, in a softly way, but I would be trying to look at how can I send you samples? How can I, get that stuff? And then it'll only take, you only need a handful of new suppliers, stockists to turn around and go, do you know what? Yeah, we'll take a chance on you. And this business is set and you're off to the races. And what you'll see down the line when you start to get some of those relationships is you'll see more PR opportunities, you'll see more brand search because more people will know of you, you'll see and suddenly the brand will start to grow, and then you get to the point where down the line you might think, well, actually we need to supplement this with some ads or whatever. But the only type of ad I would be doing right now for you is some Meta, specifically Instagram retargeting. Okay. That's the only, and I wouldn't be spending more than, £200 or £300 a month just to keep the brand, £10 a day, just to keep the brand top of mind among those that are on your Instagram. So you can target, you can retarget Instagram engagers. You can retarget your email list, your previous customers. I would be getting all of that data and saying anyone that knows me, that's bought from me before, that's engaged or follows me on socials, I want to keep my brand top of mind. And then I'm going to tell my story on the website and on LinkedIn. I'm going to bring the content up and put that front and center on the website, and then repurpose that content onto a LinkedIn to really convey my story.
Oh,
I think that's the
brilliant.
play for you.
I love it because every customer who's bought, they 5-star customer service, beautifully gift wrapped orders. And suddenly there's a wedding to go to. And it's it's I need a gift. I need a personal gift.
Exactly that.
And here I am.
There you go. And that's it. And that's exactly, and I think that, and as you say, take the pictures of what it looks like when it's about to be posted and how beautifully wrapped it is and all of that. Like, it's just, and do the unboxing thing. Like everyone loves a bit of that. Like all of that stuff, just beautiful. I love it.
It's amazing.
When you connect with everyone, you need to make sure if we're not connected, you need to connect with me. I'd love to, because I want to see your stuff. And if I see it, I'm going to then start sharing it. I want to talk about it and comment on it just to maximize your reach.
Nina D is so much more than ordering from, some big high street brand or something that nobody knows who you are, nobody knows who you're giving that gift to. But if you come to me, I'll take such care who that gift is for, a personal handwritten note, a lovely greeting card, beautifully gift wrapped, and there's a story behind the design, so they open that and they'll learn about it. So
I love that. Good. Well, look, I hope take those bits, and I hope that's been useful and it's given you some bits to work on and stuff like that. I love it. I think it's a lovely thing.
It's been amazing.
Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely fantastic.
Good. Well, we've loved having you on, so thank you so much. It's been our absolute pleasure. Keep in touch, and the very best of luck with it. Amazing.
Thank you.
And for all of you watching and listening, you can check it out. So nina-d.co.uk. Some lovely stuff on there. Some really, really nice designs.
Very nice.
I absolutely love it. And how lovely is she? So I think, as I said, LinkedIn, not often talk about, I love a bit of LinkedIn, but not, don't often talk about in terms of like from a brand perspective, but B2B that, connecting with people that are in your find your tribe. What Nina said about just finding your tribe, that is it. And LinkedIn is amazing for that. And when you do connect with people that are in your space and you make a concerted effort to say, I want to find people that are my target audience, LinkedIn very quickly really does skew its algorithm, the way what it shows you to really just show you more of what you want. It's really good at that. And then you just see massive, and then it presents you with more people. Here's other people you might know, and here's other content that you might find useful and engage with. And then suddenly you're in a LinkedIn world and you're like, I've got work to do, and you can never get anything done if you spend all your time on LinkedIn. But I think LinkedIn's a play for that. So amazing.
Do you think it's a good time as we've come to the end of another pod? And I think one of the last pods that we recorded, we mentioned our new segment. Should we put another plug out there?
Let's do it. Because it's coming soon.
We've already had a couple of questions come in. Just to for people who haven't heard, you love it, you know it. Paid Media Mysteries is something we already do on here, but you want more of it. And we want to interact with our audience a bit more as well. So we're introducing a new segment into the podcast called Paid Media Problems, where we get the people listening to the podcast can send in their short paid media problems.
Any questions?
And we will read them out on stream on stream. We're not live. Maybe we should be live. We'll read them out on the show. And if you also want to send in a voice note,
we can do that as well.
And we'll go through it. We'll do a rapid sort of answer.
Yeah, we're going to do one or two. We're going to do one or two an episode, and we're just going to make, the more specific you can make them. Like, I've got an issue problem with this.
Yeah.
What does this mean? How does this work?
We don't want to be like, how do I grow on Google?
Yeah, can't be too broad. Otherwise, it's like, just stop the episode. It's going to take me half hour to watch this.
But also, just like with Paid Media Mystery, I am currently working on a jingle.
Okay.
Nice.
So there you go. Yes, it's going to be coming out in the coming episodes, isn't it? Which is going to be good fun. But so if you've got a paid media problem, if you've got a conundrum, you're looking at your ad account, be it Google, Meta, whatever, and you're sort of, I can't figure this out. I'm just not sure. Just jot it down, ping it over, and I'll do my best to answer it.
There you go. I've just noticed you've got a little guest on the desk there.
Have I? Oh, there he is.
Little spider.
Right, I'm going to go and take him outside.
You got any problems?
I'm going to take him outside. Right. I think we'd better wrap this one here. Yeah. Nina, it's been amazing. So big thank you to her for being on. Thank you, Darren, for your company. Thank you for your company. As ever, if you haven't subscribed, liked, commented, do all of that good stuff, we very much appreciated, because we are still in the humble beginnings of our pod. We're fast approaching 50 episodes.
We always need more subscribers.
We do. We're well, as you said, we're on the creep to 1,000.
Yeah,
it's going to take about another year.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. This is how we spend our days. I am like a kid in a toy shop. I love it. Like, what fun to get to just talk to brands and businesses of all different sizes and types every day, and just to help them and share, the best part of 20 years I've been doing this now. That makes me sound really old, doesn't it? I don't feel old enough to be able to say I've been doing this for nearly 20 years, but that is technically true, because I started in this when I was just into my start of 20s, and I'm now 41. So when I say 20 years, I'm like, it can't be that long. And then I go, oh, yeah, no, it is. So there you go. Right. Thank you so much for watching. Darren and I will see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Hello, beautiful people. I hope you enjoyed today's Grow with Evergreen podcast. I want to ask you if you would like to be my next guest. We're looking for more home, garden, and lifestyle brands to join us. So if you're using paid media, such as Google ads and Meta ads, if you're willing to be honest and open, and if you're wanting to grow online, then I think you'll find our podcast incredibly helpful for your business. You can apply directly via our website. Simply click on the navigation in the top right-hand side of the website and select podcast. Fill in the application and one of my team will get back to you. Best of all, it's completely free to join us on the Grow with Evergreen podcast. I look forward to helping you grow your business very soon.